$113 trillion. That's how much Americans collectively owe on credit cards right now. It's an all-time record, and it's getting worse. I'm Ear Snap, and today we're talking about the credit card debt crisis that's quietly destroying millions of Americans' financial futures. The average American with credit card debt owes $6,860. The average interest rate, 22.8%. And here's the kicker, most people are only paying the minimum. If that's you, I'm about to show you exactly why you're trapped, how the banks designed it that way, and most importantly, how to escape. Credit card companies made $120 billion in interest and fees last year. That money came from people just like you. And I'm going to show you how to stop being their ATM. This video could save you thousands of dollars and years of stress, so do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. This is the kind of financial education they don't teach in school, and your engagement helps more people see it. Let's break it down. The math they don't show you. First, let's understand exactly how credit card interest works, because this is where they get you. The minimum payment trap. Let's say you have a $5,000 balance at 22% APR. Your credit card statement says minimum payment $100. Seems manageable, right? You pay $100, feel like you're making progress, and move on with your life. Here's what actually happens. Month 1, balance. $5,000 interest charged, $91.67. That's $5,000 x 22%, 12 months. You pay $100, principal paid down, $833. New balance, $491.67. You paid $100, but only $833 went toward your actual debt. The other $91.67 went straight to the bank's profit. The full picture. If you keep paying just the minimum on that $5,000 balance, time to pay off. 17 years, 9 months. Total amount paid, $12,163. Pure interest, $7,163. You borrowed $5,000. You'll pay back $12,163. That's nearly 2.5p is what you borrowed. Why minimum payments? Exist. Credit card companies love minimum payments. They're not trying to help you pay off debt. They're trying to maximize how long you stay in debt. The minimum is calculated to be just enough that you don't default, but low enough that you barely touch the principal. It's mathematically optimized to extract maximum profit from you. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It's their business model, and it's 100% legal. How did we get here? The debt crisis. So how did Americans rack up $113 trillion in credit card debt? Factor 1, inflation and stagnant wages. Real wages haven't kept up with inflation. The cost of housing, food, healthcare, education, everything's gone up faster than paychecks. People aren't using credit cards for vacations and luxury items anymore. They're using them for groceries, rent, medical bills, necessities. A 2023 study found that 60% of credit card debt is now from essential expenses, not discretionary spending. Factor 2, high interest rates. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates aggressively to fight inflation. Credit card APRs follow those rates. In 2021, the average credit card APR was 16%. Today, 22.8%. That's a massive jump that makes existing debt way more expensive. Factor 3, easy access to credit. Credit card companies aggressively market to people who can't afford them. Pre-approved offers, rewards programs, 0% intro rates that balloon to 28% later. The average American has 3.9 credit cards. Easy access means easy debt. Factor 4, financial illiteracy. Most Americans never learned how compound interest works. They don't understand APR. They don't realize how minimum payments trap them. Schools don't teach this stuff. So people learn through painful, expensive experience how to escape. The strategies. Alright, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about how to actually get out of credit card debt. Step 1. Stop the bleeding. First, stop adding to the debt. Freeze your cards. Literally, put them in a block of ice in the freezer. Remove saved cards from online accounts. Amazon, Uber, etc. Unsubscribe from promotional emails that tempt you to spend. Switch to cash or debit for daily expenses. You can't dig yourself out of a hole while you're still digging. Step 2. Know your numbers. Make a list of all your credit card debts. Card name, balance interest rate, APR, minimum payment. Step 3. Choose your payoff strategy. There are two main strategies, Debt Avalanche and Debt Snowball. Debt Avalanche, math optimized. Pay minimums on everything, and then throw all extra money at the highest interest rate card first. Using our example, pay minimum on Capital One, 56s and Discover, 30. Pay everything else toward Chase, 24.9% rate. Once Chase is paid off, attack Capital One next. Finally tackle Discover, why it works. You pay the least total interest, mathematically optimal. Downside, takes longer to see a card disappear, which can feel demotivating. Debt Snowball, psychology optimized. Pay minimums on everything, then throw all extra money at the smallest balance first. Using our example, pay minimum on Chase, 64, and Capital One, in a 56. Pay everything else toward Discover, $1,500 balance. Once Discover is gone, attack Capital One, finally tackle Chase. Why it works? You get quick wins. Seeing a card paid off feels amazing and keeps you motivated. Downside, you'll pay slightly more interest overall, usually a few $100s. Step 4. Find extra money. You need to pay more than minimums. Here's how to find that money. Cut subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, gym you don't use. Cancel everything for 6 to 12 months. Sell stuff. Old electronics, clothes, furniture, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, offer up side hustle, DoorDash, Uber, freelancing, dog walking, even $500 a month extra makes a huge difference. Tax refund. Don't spend it, throw it all at debt work over time. If your job offers it, temporarily say yes to every shift. Step 5. Balance transfer hack. If you have decent credit, 680 plus, consider a balance transfer card. How it works. Apply for a 0% APR balance transfer card. Chase Slate, City Diamond Preferred, etc. Transfer high interest balances to the 0% card. You typically get 12 to 21 months of 0% interest. Pay as much as possible during that window. The catch, usually a 3 to 5% transfer fee, worth it if you're paying 22% plus now. If you don't pay it off before 0% ends, rate jumps to 20% plus. Need good credit to qualify. Example, transfer $5,000 at 22% to 0% card with 3% fee, $150. Even with the fee, you save thousands in interest if you aggressively pay it down. Advanced strategies. If you're really struggling, here are more aggressive options. Debt consolidation. Loan. Take out a personal loan at a lower rate, 10 to 15%, to pay off all credit cards. Pros. One payment instead of multiple lower interest rate fixed payment schedule. Forces you to finish. Cons. Need decent credit to qualify origination fees, 1 to 5%. If you rack up cards again, you're in worse shape. Best for people who need structure and can resist using cards after payoff. Credit counseling, non-profit. Organizations like National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC, can help negotiate with creditors on your behalf, set up debt management plans, DMP, typically lower rates to 8 to 10%, one monthly payment to agency they distribute to creditors. Pros, lower rates, professional help, structured plan. Cons, cost $25.50 month. Must close credit card accounts, takes 3 to 5 years. Avoid for-profit debt settlement companies. They're often scams. Bankruptcy, last resort. If you're drowning and nothing else works, bankruptcy exists for a reason. Chapter 7. Wipes out most unsecured debt. Credit cards, medical bills. Credit destroyed for 7 to 10 years, but you get a fresh start. Chapter 13. Repayment plan over 3 to 5 years. Less damaging to credit, but you're still paying. When to consider, debt exceeds your annual income. Minimum payments exceed 40% of income. You're being sued by creditors. You've tried everything else. Consult a bankruptcy attorney. Many offer free consultations. It's not the end of the world. It's a legal tool for financial reset. Prevention, never again. Once you're out of debt, here's how to stay out. Emergency fund. Save $1,000 ASAP, then build to 3 to 6 months expenses. This prevents you from using cards for emergencies. Live below your means. If you can't afford it with cash debit, you can't afford it. Use cards strategically. If you use credit cards for rewards, pay the full balance every month. No exceptions. Automate savings. Pay yourself first. Auto transfer to savings before you can spend it. Track spending. Use apps like Yenab, Mint, or Every Dollar to see where money goes. And if you want to earn some extra money, I would appreciate it if you registered using my code on free cash. Get paid for playing games, testing apps, taking surveys. Use free cash to earn extra cash. Closing. The truth. Look, credit card debt doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a normal person living in an economy designed to extract wealth from you. The system is rigged, but you're not powerless. You can get out. It takes discipline, sacrifice, and time, but it's absolutely possible. I've seen people pay off $50,000 in credit card debt. I've seen people go from drowning to thriving. You can do this. If this video helped you, smash that like button. Subscribe for more financial strategies that actually work. And here's the most important part. Comment below with your debt payoff goal. Public accountability works. Say it out loud. I'm paying off X funds in X months. The community here supports you. We're all in this together. Share this video with anyone struggling with credit card debt. Financial education changes lives, and this information needs to reach people who need it. Thanks for watching. You got this. I'll see you in the next one.